When reporters spoke of Taylor Swift's arrival in Sao Paulo, they described how her private jet touched down quietly in the misty early morning hours while the city still slept, yet by mid-morning whispers had spread with astonishing speed, soon transforming into a wildfire of speculation as people realized the world's most recognized pop icon had landed, and she was not alone. For this time her presence was not linked to a tour reveal or an unannounced concert, but to something far more unexpected that blended romance with sport in a manner that captivated not only Brazil but much of the world, leaving millions to wonder why she had come. And the answer revealed itself gradually when sources confirmed she was there not for music but to support her fiancé Travis Kelce, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end. And in doing so she made a declaration of love, partnership, and unpredictability that defined her public life, while at the same time bringing unprecedented attention to the NFL's season opener set to be staged for the first time in history on Brazilian soil at the Neoquá Arena, home of Corinthians, where the Chiefs were to face the Los Angeles Chargers, an event already monumental but turned seismic by her arrival. Accounts explained that her trip was cloaked in extreme secrecy, as NFL insiders confirmed the private flight but revealed nothing of her exact location, guarded by protocols resembling diplomatic missions with even hotel staff uninformed. So speculation ran wild about whether she might be staying in a luxury suite overlooking Ibirapuera Park or retreating to a secluded villa outside the city, perhaps rehearsing Portuguese phrases for cameras, while her security was compared to that of a head of state with government coordination, hidden routes, and rumored decoys, leaving Sao Paulo buzzing with expectation that at any moment she could emerge into the sunlight. As game day drew closer, the city's atmosphere grew electric, with a matchup of Chiefs and Chargers historic in itself, but overshadowed by suspense over whether she would be visible on the sidelines or remain concealed, and broadcasters such as ESPN, Gazette TV, and Sport EV2 readied special coverage, even though the live transmission would not be available, since Globo prepared to air a recap guaranteed to attract millions, just hoping to catch her presence, while fans across social platforms poured out theories, jokes, and memes, some even imagining her disguised as staff or a vendor, and within the stadium a private route had been secured, so that she might watch from an enclosed section hidden from most cameras, though perhaps not from the long lenses of persistent fans. Reports hinted that her role went beyond cheering, with rumors that the NFL had entered negotiations for her involvement in special campaigns that could present the league to a global audience through the magnetism of the world's biggest star, something perfectly aligned with the NFL's appetite for spectacle. And for her and Travis, the choice of Brazil carried deep significance because it was in South America during November 2023 that she shocked fans when she kissed him publicly after her concert in Argentina, their first public kiss, which went viral and marked a turning point as the relationship that had been largely private was suddenly shared. So now, nearly 2 years later, they returned to the continent both to celebrate that anniversary and to enjoy the glow of their recent engagement. Accounts from insiders pieced together how Travis had proposed, telling a story with elements of romance, subtlety, and surprise, where despite his well-known confidence on the field, he approached tradition off it by first asking Taylor's father, Scott Swift, for his blessing, a move later recalled fondly by both Scott and Travis's father, Ed Kelce, who advised him not to overthink, but to simply go ahead. And so one evening after the debut of Taylor's podcast New Heights, he suggested they share wine in the garden before dinner, where the abundance of flowers signaled to Taylor that something unusual was about to unfold. And there, away from cameras and attention, Travis dropped to one knee and posed the question fans had long anticipated, receiving an immediate yes, which they announced with a joint Instagram post captioned playfully by Taylor as "Your English teacher and your gym teacher are getting married," referencing the track So High School, widely believed to be about him, and the announcement exploded online with fans, celebrities, and friends celebrating the fairy tale moment. Observers recalled how Taylor's every choice was scrutinized for hidden meaning, and noted that the white sweater she wore at the first Chiefs game before their romance was public reappeared later during their first official appearance as an engaged couple at a Bearcats game, leading to debate on whether it was coincidence or one of her trademark Easter eggs, a discussion even joined humorously by Travis's brother Jason on their podcast. So their story became not just a romance but a living puzzle inviting audience participation. Both families displayed warmth and joy, with Ed praising them as two young people genuinely in love, saying everyone had seen it coming and describing the relationship as natural, while Scott Swift had even been encouraging Travis to propose earlier, so when it happened it felt inevitable, and friends testified to their bond, humor, and mutual support. The saga thus provided not only drama and glamour but mystery that united fans across music and sports, with people camping near the stadium hoping to glimpse her, others flooding timelines with theories, jokes, and heartfelt notes, until the game itself seemed almost secondary compared to the spectacle surrounding her possible appearance, whether she might join post-game celebrations, or whether a Swift song might echo through the arena after a Chiefs touchdown. The visit then stood not as another celebrity sighting, but as a new chapter in a widely followed narrative proving that even in an age of constant exposure, moments could still surprise and feel genuine. For Taylor and Travis were there to honor love, partnership, and the embrace of unexpected turns, while for Brazil it became a global spotlight event that merged sport and culture. And for fans everywhere it offered a reminder that the greatest surprises are often lived rather than planned. As Sao Paulo's sun eventually set and the city drifted back to normal rhythm, global audiences remained eager to know what next step awaited the couple, with many convinced that hidden clues would inevitably appear, keeping anticipation alive. Subscribe now so you don't miss the next chapter of this unfolding story. Witnesses explained that the secrecy around Taylor's travels intensified the mystery, fueling the frenzy even more, with journalists comparing the strategies to covert diplomatic visits, and fans waiting outside airports, hotels, and practice facilities for hours, sometimes overnight, hoping for a glimpse yet rarely rewarded, reinforcing the sense of spectacle. Those who chronicled her movements emphasized how the NFL's choice of Brazil as a venue was already monumental because it was the first season opener outside the United States, and officials worked to balance the weight of history with the massive cultural draw of her presence, realizing that the moment extended beyond sport into global pop culture history. Observers also pointed out how this was not the first time Swift influenced football culture, recalling how her presence at Chiefs games the previous seasons caused measurable spikes in viewership, particularly among younger and female demographics, with ratings analysts citing her as a factor in record-breaking broadcasts, so the thought of her appearing at an international opener magnified the potential audience drastically, while also uniting music and sport fandoms in ways rarely seen. In describing the proposal again, family members recounted the quietness of the moment, the garden, the wine, the flowers, the absence of media, all contrasting sharply with the colossal public attention their relationship usually attracted, which made the simplicity more moving, and those present emphasized that this juxtaposition between the intimate and the global defined their love story. Commentators remarked on the way the Instagram announcement deliberately blended humor with romance, referencing professions and playful tone, perfectly tailored to ignite fan enthusiasm, and the sheer volume of reactions crashed servers temporarily as millions engaged simultaneously, creating one of the platform's most viral moments of the year. Their return to South America for the anniversary was seen as a symbolic full circle, bringing them back to the continent where their relationship became public, and that symbolism resonated widely. Even casual followers were drawn in by the narrative of continuity, anniversaries, and proposals tied together with cultural events like an NFL opener,